Dear viewers, welcome to the one-on-one set. Our guest tonight is Jean-Patrick Pompeïa. He is 25 years old, a versatile artist and the founder of Meraki art tribe. Jean-Patrick, thank you so much for joining us in the studio of the MBC.
My pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Jean-Patrick, Meraki art tribe is a diversified artist directory that brings together artists to evolve in one community. It is an online platform that connects the public with different types of artists. What is the purpose of an artist directory and Meraki art tribe?
The purpose of an artist directory is to promote artists to maximize their visibility and facilitate their booking. And the main purpose of Meraki art tribe is to unite artists from diverse categories, and we favor mutual growth for them to professionalize themselves.
But you do target emerging artists, right?
Yes, we aim for emerging artists as they lack some time of structure and they don't usually know how to showcase their art. So we offer a lot of facilities like sound facilities, recording facilities, video shooting facilities, and we promote them so that they become professional.
Jean-Patrick, Meraki art tribe is a project that has recently been launched. How did you come up with that idea? What was the main concept behind Meraki art tribe?
It was actually a gift from my co-founder. She's a web developer, and the idea behind was the struggles I got as an artist and how to make it into the art industry. As we were able to find some remedy, the idea is to unite artists so that we can make a living out of art. So with all the facilities we got, we just want to spread that and share that to emerging artists so that they all can beneficiate the same advantages.
Is it something that you have actually planned to do since a very long time?
It was an idea first as per my experience. And since very young, I dream about community living. Yeah. And the best thing as an artist is to have a community of artists, as art has no limit. So while unifying different kind of art and co-creating something just big can happen.
Yes, and create a beautiful environment for art.
Exactly. Like having the proper structure and everything we need.
Proper framework, mindset.
Exactly.
Yes. And Meraki art tribe has actually different categories of artists, right? Yeah. Share with us those different types of categories that you have.
Actually, we have 7 main categories, mostly arts and craft, body art, which is like tattoo artists, performing arts like fire artists, acrobats, clown, magicians. We also have the music for sure categories with DJs and so on. We also have 2 more categories, mostly upcycling art, which allows artists to turn trash, for example, into instruments. And we have also digital art, which favor illustrator.
You've mentioned upcycling art. It is actually the practice of reusing and recycling found objects to new works of art, right?
Exactly.
How do you view that art form in our country and among our youngsters?
I think it's something that needs to be spread and available to young people, young adults also, that might allow people to think differently while throwing something away. And instead of just considering something that were used into a trash, we can turn it into something really amazing.
Yes, I think that it changes the perception to view certain things. Like we tend to view everything as a value by doing upcycling art, right?
Yes, exactly. Actually, I'm collaborating with Kanchankin, an artist on our platform. He's the founder of Trash to Music concept, got an exhibition in November, and the concept itself is to save the environment, but while saving it is turning your trash actually into instruments and learn how to play new instruments, fabric new instruments, and to become an artist.
Share with us an artwork which has been actually used or made through upcycling art.
like all the instrument possible, from piano to guitar. Guitar
But
you can
how?
make.
Through what actually?
You can take, for example, a box of biscuit and make a guitar or a bongo with it, and or whatever you have as trash. Even plastic bottles, turning them into the leather on instrument and drums, for example.
You really need a lot of creativity then to actually do upcycling art, right?
Yes, like take creativity and understand the concept of how things can be used again.
But it is also a kind of science, like the blending of science and art.
Yes, but with the growth of technology, we have Google, we have YouTube, and it's really easy. And in Mauritius, we have people like Anne who can show us how to turn it with things we have at our disposal.
Jean-Patrick, would you say that uniqueness and authenticity are one of the most important aspects that an artist should possess?
Yes, as art for me is something that has no limit. So instead of staying focused onto what others do and try to replicate it, we can expand those skills into greater things. So, yes, authenticity and uniqueness is something that is important if you want to really grow and raise awareness in your art.
And Meraki Art Tribe is a project that has been born, we can say, through a competition. Tell us more about it.
We started the project right before a competition, but the competition my co-founder dreamt about was Turbine, which frame startups into making their dreams achievable. So we participated in this concept. It was a really insightful experience. We were able to make a business plan, to pitch in front of investors and coaches, and having some workshops in order to frame ourselves. And luckily, we won the first prize into that competition, and we are still continuing our way with the accompaniment of Turbine.
Were you expecting to win it actually?
Not really. I was there for the experience, to benefit from the workshops and ask myself the right questions to make it into what I was dreaming of. But I'm really grateful for the results.
And how much time did it take you to actually complete that project?
To be completely honest, the project is not completed yet because we are aiming for much more, and we are having more and more opportunities, and it's actually growing more than we ever expected. So I don't know when it will be finished, but
It's still a work in progress.
Exactly, I'm definitely sure it's growing.
And how many artists do you actually have now in your agency?
30 artists approximately, including groups, 5 artists, and we have artists in all the categories mentioned before, and mostly all the subcategories.
Since we are talking about artists, Jean-Patrick, I feel that artists has the ability to raise awareness about various issues in our society and also influence the opinion of people. So do you think that it is a key characteristic for an artist to project the image of responsibility?
In Mauritius, we have various talented emerging artists, but the thing is, like, they don't get the information in order to know how to show or promote their art. Like, art actually is becoming devaluable, so it's really something important to have a discipline as an artist, because we are sharing the expression of something greater than our physical world. It's the expression of the soul, literally. And while sharing it, it needs to be able, it will automatically influence people around us. So having a discipline is important. And in Meraki, our tribe, what we are doing is we frame artists in order to deliver quality while promoting their art.
And exactly, how does Meraki Art Tribe help artists to gain visibility and connect them with the general public? I mean, what is the approach of this online platform?
Actually, we list portfolios of artists without paying for promotions and sponsored ads. we gain worldwide visibilities. We attain 40 different countries. And the approach we have is a concept that's named the outflow cycle. So we go and meet the event managers, corporates, hotels, and so on, and propose them the diversity of artists. And as it's something new to have diversified categories of art in one event, it's the best approach for that.
Yes, of course. And does this online platform also offers workshop that helps artists to expand their skills and creativity?
Yes, and as we are in a community, it's not only a workshop, it's mostly sharing of experiences, and the mutual growth comes from artists itself, and I learn a lot from artists. But we also offer workshops. We are having a lot of support from professionals that are framing some artists in order to showcase their art, to have a social media presence, to be able to know how to perform on stage, what to do and the do and the don't. So yes, we also offer workshops in order to professionalize art itself in motion.
What are the different workshops that you have actually offered so far?
We offered 2 artist crash course with the support of Gary Mack, who is in the industry of art and music since very young, and he just share his knowledge and experience to the artists in order to help them frame themselves with some new concepts like earning money digitally. Like there are some platforms that are available for artists, but we are not redirect to those platforms automatically. So what we do is to unite artists and spread with them the knowledge and maybe some grants or even legal
The legal aspect as
the
well.
legal aspects are yeah.
Jean-Patrick, to achieve the status of an artist is actually not so easy. It requires lots of hard work, effort, and dedication. What are the challenges that you feel that an artist may face during the course of their career?
Artists lack of the legal structure, or maybe just to have visibility or have the proper networking to be able to professionalize or deliver quality while doing their art. So actually, as an artist, personally, it was really hard to fit in into making a living out of our art. So we need to find free time. So the main focus was to find progress was to find free time to be able to do our art. But if we change the game and make art being able to be remunerated as it should, it's a relief for artists. So that's what we are aiming for. So.
And you've mentioned social media earlier. I feel that social media nowadays plays an important role to help artists gain their identity. What is your perception on that?
Social media has a large impact on society, actually.
Yes,
so using
true.
it in our favor would be
Yes.
the best thing we can do. So we are also learning from it because it keeps evolving, and we are guiding also artists with the knowledge we got so that they also can deliver a social media presence that can be impactful.
And what is your biggest satisfaction so far as the founder or co-founder of Meraki Art Tribe?
Actually, it's to be here, as I am able to share just a dream few months ago
Yes.
into something that is here now. It's a relief even as an artist to know now that we have a structure, we have some guidance, and
Yes.
we will be able together to make it into this
A
society.
success.
Yeah. Yes. So
Yes, and you've chosen the word Meraki, which is actually to do something with your soul, love. Why have you chosen that reference?
I was looking actually for a word that could simplify art, but not art as we know it, but for me, art is the expression of the soul. It's something that you need to do with love and creativity. And Meraki is a Greek word that means to do something with love, soul, and creativity.
I mean, yes, every artist, when they are creating an art, They're surely leaving a piece of the soul in that artwork. And it is that soul, that piece of soul, that actually makes the artwork more fascinating to the audience, to the viewers, right?
Yes, exactly. And we do a screening before listing the portfolio of artists. We meet the artists and see their art, and we focus on artists that are doing it with the soul. So that's why we aim for this word, and that's why we want to unite artists that do their art with their soul into one community.
Do you actually accept all the portfolios of every artist, or do you do reject some of them?
No, we do a screening because in order to be able to set a worth on art, we need to know how valuable it is.
To have quality.
Exactly. So artists on the platform represent Meraki, our tribe. So we frame them to deliver quality. If ever some conditions are not kind of respected, or if ever the image can be saturated, we do a screening before
Yes.
allow listing a portfolio on Meraki or tribe.
And the aim of Meraki is also to encourage the community to help each other prosper. Why is the sense of empowerment important for this online platform?
As artists, if we wait for outsource, we waited for long, and we found that there's no results, like relying on others that don't understand how valuable art is. It can even become an economic pillar. So together with artists, to find a solution, we just need to unite and make it possible. So unifying artists that does art with the soul will be the best thing to empower them, and in order to have a proper art industry in the future.
There should be a team then. It's like a team that you are working together to achieve your goals.
Mutual growth is the best kind of growth we can experience.
Jean-Patrick, you're also an artist, like I've mentioned earlier. You are a musician, you play guitar, and you also paint, right?
Yes.
How did you actually be involved in the world of art?
I loved art since very young, like drawing everywhere, and it was at a time easier for me to express myself through art than through words.
Okay.
So that's when I started to do art consequently. I've worked into several conditions that allow me to express my art. I've been working for Club Med for 1 year as a decorator most of the time, and it allowed me to make bigger projects than I've ever worked on. And since then, after that, I tried to live by my art and to make art every day, every time.
Art is actually the expression of our thoughts, intuitions, and desires. But for you, the artist and the founder of Meraki Art Tribe, what does art truly represent for you?
Art is life. It's the expression of the soul. It's something that we can't really define with words. Yeah, it's a language, a universal language that connects people, and its vibrations, colors, everything around us is kind of art.
You are 25 years old,
Yeah.
but was there a pivotal moment in your life when you decided to pursue your career as an artist and discard the academic aspect that everyone tends to follow?
I make it until the higher school certificate, and after that, I needed some time to be able to focus on myself and on my art, because it was something that really relieved me from all the stresses we got every day. And it was not really a specific moment in my life that I decided to choose art, because art was always within me, and it was just an expression of something within me. So we all tend to focus on some, as you said, some academic aspects, some social aspect that we need to do to be able to make it into society. What we are trying to implement with Meraki Art Tribe is to make art into society, creating the art industry so that people like me, or even future generations, if they want to make a career out of art, it will be possible.
What are the different trainings that you've had as an artist that help you to create Meraki Art Tribe?
I actually have most of my friends are artists, and we do make art together, and we do know the struggles also. We face the struggles also together. So, why having discussions with the artists and seeking for some solutions, we created the platform by artists for artists.
Yes. And what are the different types of art that you practice?
I'm a versatile musician, so I play guitar, I sing also. I play a little bit of saxophone, and I'm
Saxophone, that's actually very rare.
Yes, kind of. The rarest thing right now are the instruments you're having from trash to music.
Yes.
And we are learning new instruments every
Do
day.
you actually use that instruments as well to perform?
Exactly. We are planning to make a show with all the instruments made from trash, with can chanting. Yeah.
And what is your creative process as an artist, musician, composer? What is your creative process?
I got inspired actually with mostly everything, life itself, and the creative process to be able to make my feelings into art is just to let go all of my thoughts and just let my soul express itself and manifesting it into the physical world through art.
Have you also participated in an exhibition?
In several exhibitions, Cars Art Festival, for example, so some DJs coming into Mauritius to perform for New Year parties and private events also. So I did some exhibitions, live paintings, and I participated in some competitions while being younger.
What are those competitions that you
It's
participated?
into my paintings, it was by the Ministry of Art. I was really young, but it was a very nice experience that allowed me to go further, want to make more out of my art.
Yes.
And for music, I participated in Codan Live. It was a really nice experience, as I was kind of afraid into showing my art in front of a camera, and it boosted my self-confidence. I made it until the semi-final, so it was a really nice experience.
So since a young age you were in the world of artists, you've got the opportunity to meet various types of artists and be inspired from them.
Yes, I was most inspired by my friends also that show me, because we see the growth of someone practicing art every day. Usually we tend to identify artists during the show they will deliver, but behind the show there's a lot of work, and seeing the growth of all of my artist friends, what they can achieve now, what they are aiming to achieve and where they started, is kind of the best inspiration I got.
We are actually drawing towards the end of this episode, but before that, Jean-Patrick, what are your ambitions now?
My ambitions now is to create the art industry together with artists so that we can make a living out of our art.
And any advice you would like to give our youngsters to encourage them to dream bigger and turn their dreams into reality?
Yes, two of my best advisors were ask, believe, and receive. We need to believe into what we aim to achieve, and be grateful into where we reach, and aim for more, make it possible. It's not that complicated if you do it with your soul.
Like they say, a grateful heart is the magnet for abundance.
Law of attraction.
Yes, I believe in that too. Thank you so much, Jean-Patrick. It was such a pleasure to have you on the set of One-on-One and talk about art.
Thank you very much for inviting me. It was a pleasure to be here.
Dear viewers, we have now come to the end of this episode. Thank you for your time. We hope to catch you next week at the same time, same channel. Have a great evening.